Hi students, welcome to MS Excel. Today we are going to learn about data selection, cut, copy, paste and undo and redo. So let us see what is data selection. Suppose you selected any data in the sheet, that is called data selection. Why we will select the data? Because to copy the data, to select the data, to cut the data, to move the data, to color the data. In these purposes, we are selecting the data. How to select this data? Left click with your mouse and drag it and leave it. To select this data is very easy. To select particular column or particular row or particular cell or entire sheet, how to select this data, we will have a look. For example, we want to select this name column, entire name column. See, I can select like this easily. Up to some extent, it takes too much time to select entire column. So, click on B column. It will select automatically entire column. See how to identify this selected entire column. I am going to apply a color. So, we can identify whether the color is applied to whole column or not. So I given yellow color shade. To go to last column, control plus down arrow, it will go to last column. See, have a look, it is applied to whole column. Again press it, control plus up arrow, we will come back to first columns. Now I want to select entire row. For example, I am selecting first row. Click on 1. Now entire row is selected. The selected part is selected or not. To know it, I am going to apply a color. See, I am going to apply maroon color. To go to last row of the sheet, press Ctrl plus right arrow. Look at here. Up to XFT, the particular row is selected. To go back to first row, press Ctrl plus left arrow. Now to select entire sheet, we need to click this particular left corner, then entire sheet will be selected, or press Ctrl plus A to select entire sheet. Next one, to select one or more columns. Now I want to select E, F, G. Press Ctrl and click on E, F, G. I am going to change the color to make you understand. So I changed it as green color. See, entire columns, 3 columns has been selected. Same in the case with rows. If we want to select more than one row, select Ctrl plus row numbers. For example, I am selecting 5, 6, 7. So in this way we can select the rows, columns or entire a sheet. Before going to the cut, copy, paste, we are going to discuss about undo and redo. Undo means undoing the last action done. Redo means redoing the last action undone. You come to know better. Where is this undo located? Have a look here. Near to the office button, right side of it, there is one left turned arrow, that is called undo, and this one is called redo button. The shortcut key for undo is Ctrl plus Z, and for redo the shortcut key is Ctrl plus Y. See, when I am clicking undo, we are going one step backward. See, I am clicking here. To repeat those undo steps, we are using redo button. For example, to come one step forward, have a look here. Redo, redo, redo. Ctrl Z is for undo, Ctrl Y is for redo. Going to the next topic, cut, copy, paste. To move this data from one place to other place, for example, sheet 2 to sheet 3, that is called cut. For example, select the data which you want to move to other sheet. To cut the data, in the home tab there is cut option. Click on cut. The shortcut key for cut the data is Ctrl plus X. See here, when I press the cut, the entire selected part is highlighted with dotted line. Now click on sheet 3, select the cell where you want to paste the data. Select paste option from home tab. Shortcut key to paste the data is Ctrl plus V. Now let's have a look on sheet 2. See here, earlier we have selected here data. The entire data has been moved to one place to other place by using cut. Cut is used to cut the data or move the data. Now I am undoing the data. I am pressing Ctrl Z. Have a look, the entire data has came to sheet 2. Within the sheet also we can move the data. Select the data first, then click on cut option or Ctrl X for the shortcut key. Select another cell in the same sheet, press Ctrl V option. I am undoing the data, Ctrl plus Z. Now let's have a look how to duplicate the data. Select the data and go to Home tab, click on copy option. Shortcut key is Ctrl plus C. Select the cell where you want to paste the data and click on paste option from Home tab. Ctrl V is the shortcut key. See here, we have made the duplicate of the data by using copy option. Again select the cell and click on paste option. See here, one more duplication data. So finally, to move the data from one place to other place, we are using cut option. To make duplicate data, we are using copy option. Hi students, welcome to MS Excel online classes. Today we are going to learn about how to change column width and how to change row height. If you observe carefully, all the row width and column height are equal. To increase the particular column or particular row height, let's follow these steps. To increase the column width, move your mouse pointer near to the B. Let's example, I am taking B letter. So move your mouse pointer near to the B. When the mouse pointer turns into black color, then left click, hold it and drag it. It will increase the column width. For serial number, we don't require this much column width. So I want to decrease. So move your mouse pointer near to the A, and when mouse pointer turns into black color, left click and hold and drag it and decrease the width of the column. Next, look at here, Telugu, English, Hindi, Math, Science, Social. Here we are going to enter only 2 digits marks. So we don't require that much column width. So let us see how to decrease all the columns width at a time. Select all the columns which you want to change the column width. Click on Home tab, go to Cells group, click on Format option, go to Column width option and left click. You will get one dialog box, namely column width. This is default column width which we have selected is 8.11. So I want to change it as 5 and click OK. See here, now selected part, all the column size has been decreased. In this way, we need to increase the column width. Then go to Cells group, click on Format option and click on Column width option. Enter here 10. Click on OK button. If you observe here, the selected part is increased. Same with the case of row height. Let us see how to increase row height. Select the rows which you want to increase the row height. I am selecting these 3 rows. Go to Cells group, click on Format option and click on Row height option. One dialog box will appear. The default row height is 14.4. Now I am giving 20 and clicking on OK. Observe here, the row height is increased. In this way, you can increase your row height. To know the default row height, click an empty cell and go to Cells group, click on Format option and click on Row height option. If you observe here, the default row height is 14.4. Again, select those cells which are increased the row height. Now go to Format option, click on Row height option, then give the value 14.5. If you observe here, after clicking OK, this becomes the default height of the sheet. So same with the case, I want to select these columns and I want to keep it as default width. Click on Format option and click on Default width option. The standard width of a column is 8.11. Click on Format option, go to Column width and change it as 8.11 and click on OK. All the selected columns will be now default size. If you observe carefully, there is 2 more options in Format menu. One is Auto fit row height, one more is Auto fit column width. What is meant by Auto fit row height? After typing the data, the spaces between the remaining space will be covered when you click on auto fit row height option. Before typing that one, I want to type some sample data. After typing the data, you can observe there is a lot of spaces. So to fill these spaces, we are using auto fit height, auto fit width. Let us have a look. Now select the data and click on format option in cells group and click on auto fit row height. Now you can observe the automatically the size has been decreased. To decrease the width of the column, same go to format option in cells group, click on auto fit column width option. Now if you observe here, the size has been reduced. In this way we can reduce the column width and row height. Good morning students, welcome to MS Excel online classes. Today we are going to learn about font options. Let's have a look. First of all, what is meant by font? Font means the color of the letter and the style of the letters, the size of the letters. It should be underlined, bold. These all categories comes into the font category. Let's have a look. Where is this font located? In the home tab in the font group. You can observe here fonts. This one is called fonts. If you observe here Calibri, these are called fonts. So let us apply the font to these names. Select the text where you want to apply the font. Then go to font group, click on that font option, Calibri. There is some down arrow. Click that option. See here, when I am hovering my mouse on one option, you can observe here the font is changing. In this way, we can change the font in the Excel. You need to remember one thing. To change any font size or font style of the data, first you need to select the data, then only we can apply the font styles. So next one is font size. The default size is 11. So click that 11 and you can change the whatever you want to increase the size, whatever the size you want, you can select the option. You can write manually also. Delete that 11 and you can write your own wish. Suppose we want to modify all the data in the table. Click on that font size option and select your required size. If you observe here, there is 12 and 14. I want to write 13. How can I? Then click on that 14th number and delete that number and write 13 over there and press enter key. You can see the size which we have modified in the sheet. Next one is bold. Bold means to making our letters strong. That means more thick. Thickness of the letters will be increased. Next option is italic. Italic means the letters will be little bit slant forward. You can observe here. Suppose you want to underline the letters, press U, underline option. Select the text where you want to underline the text. So go to that underline option. There is double underline and single underline also. Choose whatever you want. I am clicking single underline option. I am showing both the options, double underline and single underline. See, look at here. Shortcut key to remove the underline or to apply the underline for the text is Ctrl plus U. For bold, it's Ctrl B. For italic, Ctrl plus I. For underline, Ctrl plus U. Coming to the next, this is called font color. Font color means it is used to change the font color of the text. If you want to change the color of the font, then we need to use font color. There is a arrow. If you click that arrow, we can select more colors from that font color option. If you want still more colors among these options, then click on more color option. Then you can select more colors from here. These are standard colors and these are custom colors. You can select from here. Let us know about what is fill color. Fill color means it is used to change the color of background of the selected cells. For example, after selecting the cells, go to that fill color option, click on that arrow mark and you can see here different colors are changing as background. In this way, we can change the background color of the cells. Coming to the next, if you observe here, there is increase point and decrease points. What are these increase point and decrease point? Let us have a look. When you click on that increase font button, then text will be increased. When you click on decrease font decrease option, then text will be decreased. You can observe here like this. Hello, hi students, welcome to MS Excel 2007 part 9. Today you are going to learn about borders and shading, alignments, what is cell orientation. Why we are using this borders and shading option in Excel? Students, you have typed some data in Excel sheet. Now you want to take the printout. In the printout, you cannot get these lines which you are seen in this Excel sheet, that rows and columns. In that case, we are using the borders option to get the lines on the printout. To apply the borders, first we need to select the data. After selection, go to home tab, font group, there is borders option. Click on borders option. Here you can observe different types of borders. In this, bottom border, top border, left border, right border. If you want all the borders, choose all borders option. If you observe here, now the selected part is applied the borders. Again, select the text and go to borders option. In font group, suppose you want to remove all the borders, click on no borders option. If you observe here, all the borders has been removed. In this way, you can apply the borders to your selected text in the Excel sheet, like right border, left border, top border, any border, any kind of border you want, you can apply it from borders option. Already you know about the shadings in yesterday's class only. There is a fill option here. If you click on that fill option, the entire selected part will become shaded. In this way, you can apply shadings also. Our next topic is alignments. In MS Excel, these alignments are useful very much. There are 6 types of alignments are there in MS Excel 2007. So, what are these 6 type of alignments? Let's have a look. Where these alignments are placed? In the home tab, there is alignment group. Here you can observe the alignments. Here you can observe top 3 and down 3 alignments. The total 6 alignments are there. Let us have a in detail explanation. These alignments are called as top are called as vertical alignments and down one alignments are called as horizontal alignments. If you observe here carefully, I selected this salary column. I selected the text from 10,000 to 12,000. If you observe here, this alignment is called bottom alignment. If I click on the top alignment option, you can observe here the difference between the tax and our salary. The numbers which we have selected, it's go to little bit top of the cell. Next, if I click on middle alignment option, the selected text will come center of the cell. You can observe here carefully. So again you can see here it is in the bottom alignment. So these are called vertical alignments. So next one is alignment text left option. If I click this one, what happens? The selected text will comes to left side of your cell. So next one is center. If you click on center alignment, the text will comes center of the cell. See here. Next one is alignment right side. The text will be placed right side of the cell and right bottom. That means it is little bit down because the option is selected. Suppose you want to keep all the text in the center of the cell. So click on this both options, center alignment, center vertical alignment. You can choose these options. The selected text will come center of the cell. Next topic is cell orientation. What is this cell orientation means? Have a look. Click on that AB option and here you can observe the cell orientation options. Cell angle counterclockwise, angle clockwise, vertical text, rotate text up, rotate text down, format cell alignment. Let us have a look. If I click on angle counterclockwise option, see here the entire selected text will comes in anti-counterclockwise direction. So you can observe here the angle of the cell is completely changed. So next option is angle clockwise. If you click that option, the selected text will be changed its direction to clockwise. You can observe here. Next, vertical text and rotate text down option you can see here. So if you want to do your manually by you want to give your own cell text degrees by your own, so you can click on format cells option. You will get one dialog box here. In orientation, you can write the degrees of the text. It will come as per your request. Thank you students. Meet you in next class. Till then, take care.